This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright. Hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
We've been sharing our lives online for over 10 years, so who better to catch you up on everything that's going viral?
Oh, plus we talk a lot about ourselves too.
Coming up on this episode...
Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. We talk a lot about fruit in this episode.
We talk a lot about fruit and food.
Food in general, yes. What's the fattest thing you've ever done? We'll tell you what we've done.
Plus, I've had another hotel dilemma.
Oh, yes, we had a sleepover last night. We're going to talk all about that. Oh, this episode felt like a long one. I feel like we covered a lot of topics.
We did.
Let's just shut up and get into it. Deal me in, doll. Let's go.
Well, good morning for the second time, Matthew, because I've got something to say.
What have you got to say?
Well, we had a sleepover last night.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
Sorry, I just sipped a V, so I'm like really burpy.
That's all right.
And so Matt and I hung out last night. We went and hung out for a bit. As we all know, Matt's bedtime is later than mine. So I got back to the hotel. I don't even know what time it was then. 10?
Yeah, about
10.
9:40, I think.
So we went back to the hotel, but then Matt kind of wanted to go out. And I was like, no fucking way. And so you went and met your friend Toby. Shout out to Toby if you're listening to the pod. But then you ended up just going out for dinner, like a late dinner anyway. And then you came home. It wasn't too late. Was it 1:45?
No, I don't even think it was that late. Surely not. Was it?
I think it was.
I think it was
more like
1
1:45.
o'clock. 1:45, yeah.
So then you came in and you were quiet. That was nice. What time did you ever go on to sleep?
Not long after that, maybe an hour later. Yeah, because I'd been going to bed, for context, everyone, I've been going to bed so late because I've obviously been around the country following Kylie on all the concerts. You've all seen the content all over the Instagram and the TikToks and whatnot. And so, like, you know, when I went to Perth, I actually really struggled. I was like, bloody hell, love, I'm jet lagged. Like, they're 3 hours behind. I was like...
Because if you're normally going to bed at 4 a.m. and you're in Perth, you're going to be going to bed there at 7 a.m.
No.
The other way around?
Other way around, you'd be going to bed at 1 a.m.
Oh, true.
But then as I kept flying then to Adelaide, the time changed again. Then to Melbourne, the time changed again. And my body was just in havoc mode. So by the time I done at Melbourne, which by the way, you know, sitting front row, so much adrenaline with Kylie so close to me, like I'd get home from the concert and I'd just be like... up for hours. So I was going to bed at like 6 a.m. And so when you were like, I'm going to go to bed, I was like, well, I need to send it because I'm going to be awake till 6. So either I lay here awake next to you in the hotel room or I go out, and Toby's always ready for a good time. So
what, you went to bed at 2? That's not too bad.
Yeah, around then, I think.
That's not too bad. And so this morning I got up at like 7.
Mm-hmm.
Matt sleeping next to me. Lucky the hotel had like block out blinds. So I kept it shut and I just took all my stuff into the bathroom. And so I showered, washed my hair, blow dried my hair with a really loud fucking blow dryer. Matt didn't wake up for any of it. I packed up my whole room in the dark with my fucking torch. I'm being so mindful of not waking you up this morning. And then I was leaving the hotel at 9:30, but it was like 9:15 and I was ready to go. Zipped up my bag and everything. You didn't hear anything. And then I was like, surely he's going to get up soon because it's nearly 9:30. Because I come in and do big business first. And so I opened the blackout blind like just a little bit and I was like, good morning. It's 9:20. And you're like, hello, love. And then I was like, have you got an alarm set? And you said, yeah, 9:30. And then so I left the window open. I was like, all right, well, I'll see you soon. And, like, I thought you would have stayed awake because your alarm was going off in another 10 minutes. Like, you were getting up in 10 minutes anyway. I just thought I would gently wake you up. But you've just walked in now and said you've literally just woken up.
Yeah. So, you know how people always say, oh, my alarm never went off.
Yeah.
Like, my alarm never went off. And I'm going, no, you're sleeping through the alarm. Surely the alarm's going off and you've, like, slept through it, right? So I've never believed, oh, the iPhone, it doesn't wake you up properly. The alarms don't go off, blah, blah, blah. And there's a setting that you can turn off, like focus mode or something.
I saw
I've got that
TikTok
off.
about that. Okay.
I've got it off.
Yep.
I've got all the things off. My alarms always go off. I don't know what the bloody heck happened today. I had 4 set and none of them. Well, when I woke up at 11:10, 10 minutes after checkout.
No, did someone knock on the door and it woke you up?
No, but they called.
Oh, thank God.
So
Imagine if the housekeeper fucking walked in and you're passed out in bed.
That's not the reason I woke up. I woke up like naturally, and I was laying there and I was like, oh, my alarm must like be, seconds away from going off. So I'll just lay here.
Did you think it had been 10 minutes since I'd
Yes.
left? It had been 2 hours.
2 hours. So then I was laying there and I was just like thinking, oh God, I've really had such a big I feel like I've really had a really good sleep, but
because if you went to bed at 2 and you're waking up at 11, you're sleeping a really long time.
I know.
Do you always sleep a really long time?
If I don't have an alarm, I can sleep for 12 hours.
Fucking hell.
Because I'll set an alarm almost every day.
Yeah.
Even on weekends and stuff, I'll still set an alarm just to get myself up. But if I'm this week's been a really big week and I need to just sleep, and I'll actually turn my phone on airplane mode and not set an alarm, I can sleep for 14 hours.
Holy shit. So you've woken up and then you realise it's after 11 a.m.
It's after 11. I'm like, shit, because I got to be here at 11:45, but also checkout was 11, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And so I've quickly rung downstairs, but it just rang out. It didn't. They would obviously everyone was checking out. So because the car was in valet, so I needed them to get the car because it was at an awkward spot. It takes about 15 minutes to get the car. So I'm like, shit, gotta get the car. They didn't answer. I go into the bathroom. I'm like, quick shower, and then I'm like, no, I need the car because it's gonna take 15 minutes. So then I run out naked.
Oh my God.
to pick up the phone to call them. I start calling them. Thank God it's cordless, because then there's a knock at the door. Housekeeping. I'm naked in the middle of the fucking hotel room with the phone in my hand, and I'm run to the door to hold it so that they can't open it. And I'm like, just a second, won't be long. I'm just checking out now. Come back in 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my God. The phone still doesn't answer. They must have been very busy downstairs. I put the phone down. I have the shower. I get out of the shower. I ring them again. They get the car. They say it's going to be 5 minutes. I'm like, cool. Pack the bag, throw everything in. Also, I looked around the hotel room. God, we are grubs. I looked around the hotel.
I tried to put it all neatly this morning.
No,
I put all our empty water bottles in one little pile, and I was trying to be fucking mindful of the fact that you were asleep.
Well, I looked around and went, the poor housekeeper who has to deal with this shit.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got actually something else I want to say. I know we speak about hotels so much on this podcast.
But we're in them a lot.
Yeah, we are. And something happened yesterday. It wasn't anything bad, but it's just got me thinking. And again, to all of you that work in hotels, I need to know what the protocol is around this. And it could vary from hotel to hotel. So this weekend I went and did a keynote speech on Saturday and Sunday. I've been here for fucking 5 days. Anyway, came home from doing my keynote yesterday and it was the afternoon. Came into the room and housekeeping had been. The bed was all done, fresh towels, blah, blah, blah. And so I needed to go to the toilet. I needed to go to the toilet, if you know what I mean. So in I went, and the hotel that we were staying in, the bathroom was 2 doors that opened like a wardrobe. So I shut one, and then the other half was kind of open. But if you're on the toilet, you're not near the front door. No one can see you or anything. And so I go to the toilet and I start going, and then there's someone's at the door. And then I'm like, shit, I'm in the middle of doing a number 2, but I thought I was just going to have to yoink my pants up and just run to the fucking door because you can't wipe, you don't have enough time. So
oh my God.
You know what I mean?
How are we back here again?
I know. And so I go to stand up, and before I've even stood up, the housekeeping person has just flung the door open.
Yeah. Did you say hello? Or
yeah, I'm hello. And then they could hear that I was right there in the bathroom. Oh, sorry, shut the door. And then they just never came back. It must have been the minibar person or whatever. But I just want to know, what is the rules surrounding how quickly a hotel worker will enter the room after they've knocked? Because even if I was in the hotel room near the bed, I wouldn't have had enough time to get to the door before they opened it.
Yeah.
Surely you knock and then wait a minute and then knock again, and then you can assume no one's in there, then you can go in. Because lucky I was in the bathroom and they couldn't see me or whatever. But if they're just knocking and opening straight away, what if someone's having sex on the fucking floor right in front of the door? There was no time for me to do anything. And I just want to know, what are the rules around that? Because to me, you shouldn't just knock and enter straight away. Who knows what people could be doing in there?
If you're inside, put your do not disturb on the door.
But I just didn't think, I'd just walk back in. I didn't think anyone would be coming, you know?
That was my biggest thing this morning is Do Not Disturb wasn't on the door. And I was like, why hasn't anyone just like walked in?
Yeah.
I was really shocked.
Fuck, Matt, that would actually be so... Okay, and scrollers, you need to let us know in the broadcast channel. We'll ask, has anyone slept in badly enough at a hotel that you've opened your eyes and housekeeping's in the room and you're still asleep? Because I don't think I could ever show my face at that hotel ever again if that happened to me, because I'd be so embarrassed. Imagine someone just walking in, you're sleeping.
Oh, my God. Welfare check vibes. Anyway, I'm here. It's all good.
You made it?
I made it. And you know what the funniest thing is? Is I knew you would probably like bring this up on the podcast today. And I knew you'd like make out like, oh my God, you sleep so long and you blah, 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 blah. And all the rest of it. And I knew we'd get here.
What do you mean?
I knew we'd get here. So, Brittney, what I wanted to bring to the podcast studio today is this little bag.
What?
And I just wanted to say that I may be a sleeper-innerer and I may have slept through my alarms or whatever happened there this morning, but at least I'm organised.
What have you got?
Because did you want your entire toiletry bag?
Did I leave that on the toilet with the seat down?
Did you want your belt?
Oh, yes. Well,
So I may sleep in, but at least I've got my shit organised because half your shit was left in the hotel room, and if it wasn't for me sleeping in,
true.
you wouldn't have got any of that back.
Well, I did say when I was leaving, let me know if I've left anything, because the room was fucking pitch black. And I said, let me know if I've left anything. There you go, my little toiletry bag and my belt.
Toiletry bag and a belt. So you've got that back
thank you so
now.
much. I thought you were going to like give me a prize or something then.
A
It's
prize?
just my own stuff. Thank you so much. And glad you made it here on time.
Please be upstanding for the royal flush.
All right, let's do our royal flush of the week.
What have you got, Matt?
Well, I'm going to be a bit narcissistic here because I think it's hilarious.
Oh.
But my royal flush is myself, actually.
Yeah.
Not so much myself, but also the fact that... Like, not me becoming a cultural phenomenon. Like, seriously, at these Kylie Minogue shows, have you not seen the videos all over TikTok For You page?
Yes.
Of me.
Yes.
At the Kylie concerts.
Yes.
Oh, my favourite one is from these two girls. What's this one's? G. Carroll. Oh my gosh. It's like POV. You're trying to spot All Right Hey at the Kylie Minogue concert and they're looking for me and then they spot me down on the floor. There's another one that's like got over 600k views of me dancing in the bloody wedding dress with Kylie.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So it blew up.
This is what I'm saying. There's so many videos. Every time I get tagged in a video, I feel sick because I'll tell you the story behind it. So when I was in Adelaide, that was my first front row show. So I was just having the time of my life. And Adelaide, I was like, this is the one I'll get all the content at for front row. And then I'll just like enjoy myself at the other front row shows. But I'll get all my videos in this one. And so in the Adelaide show, there's like a lot of footage of me where I didn't expect people to be filming me. And I'm like, I'm letting loose. And there's also other like awkward bits where like I look like I'm just like sitting on my phone the whole time when really I was like using that concert to like get all the footage so that I could enjoy myself at others. Like if you then see videos from the Melbourne concert, like that I'm in the background of, I'm having the time of my life from start to finish and I don't hardly even touch my phone. And so after the Adelaide show, I was like, oh, this is so awkward. Like I didn't think that like it just doesn't compute in my brain that like we're at a Kylie Minogue concert and people are focused on filming me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not something I really even thought.
I think I was also thinking, like, I've never really been to concerts, as you know. Like, I came to Taylor Swift with you. And I think, because we're going to Kylie, like, this weekend coming, which is really exciting. But for some reason in my mind, like, I didn't put two and two together or think that the Kylie, like, size is a lot smaller than, like, the Taylor Swift Eras tour. And so, like, this whole time in my mind, I've been thinking it's going to be massive, like the Taylor Swift one, like, you know, where you'd never spot someone because there's fucking that many people.
Yeah.
But then when I started seeing all your content, I'm like, oh, it's way more intimate.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in the front row, everyone in the whole place can see you.
Yes.
So you're like so easy to spot.
And you're lit up by the stage lights too because you're that
and that's
close.
what I hate as well. Like the people around in the front row, like you're not really in the darkness of the show. You're like in the fucking spotlight.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm like, great. If people have been filming you, because you're wearing costumes that like stand the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I know what colour we are both wearing
Mm-hmm.
on Saturday night. Like, we're just going to stand out.
Yeah, I know.
And then if people have been videoing you, they're going to video us. And then what I'm worried about is, like, I've seen the set list and, like, I know probably half or more than half of the songs. But there are some that I don't know. And then what if there's one moment where I don't look very interested?
Oh, that's just what stresses me
So
out.
I just feel like I'm going to have to dance the whole time.
Because I felt like in Melbourne I had to be on the whole time just in case. And then, of course, after Melbourne, there were so many videos. And also in Melbourne, things like M. Russiano, she's got a lot of followers. Joel Creasy, he's got a lot of followers. So they were putting videos on their stories that you could see me in. And then people were sending me their stories being like, oh my gosh, like I can see you in this story. So it's like these people with heaps of followers are also posting and I just happen to be like in the background.
I can't just like enjoy it. I've got to fucking stand up and dance the whole time.
It's actually, you know what? We actually, maybe next week or maybe next week's Close Friends, I actually want to take you through like a full breakdown of the experience and everything you have to think about and especially the sitting of the front row, because sitting front row is so much different than what I expected it to be. But I'll leave that till after the concerts because I've still got 2 more of them, so I want to give you a fully rounded experience on that.
Okay.
But yeah, I know it's narcissistic, but my royal flush is seeing myself all over the For You page. And people also just like making videos as well. Like Gabby Whips made a video and was like, guys, is anyone just like having Kylie FOMO because of All Right Hey? And everyone's like, yes. So it's, I don't know. It's nice to feel relevant. Sorry. Like, and also at what cost? Yeah, that's exactly right. At what cost? Got to smile the whole night. But also that is my royal flush as well, because it's a little lazy of me, because I genuinely have not done anything except, like, my life has been like that Lady Gaga plane, bus, club, another club, you know, and literally like.
Is that her saying that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Is that Lady Gaga saying that?
Yeah. Play the audio, Hannah.
No sleep. Bus. Club. Another club. Another club. Plane. Next place. No sleep. No fear. Nobody believed in me.
I didn't know that was Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I've never put that together in my mind.
I reckon now that you hear it, you'll be like, oh, of course. But yeah, it genuinely has been like, wake up, start getting ready, got to film the Get Ready With Me. I usually go live on TikTok while I do my makeup, film the Get Ready With Me, and then film the like other bit of content, do the photo shoot, edit the photo shoot, put up the photo shoot, put up the fit check, go to the concert, get home, edit the next day's video, which is the Get Ready With Me, go to sleep, wake up and do it all again. So I haven't really been on the internet, so I don't have a royal flush. So it's myself this week.
Yeah,
and now
that's fair enough.
Over to you.
Okay, well, my royal flush is just something wholesome that I've seen on TikTok in the last week, and I'm sure a lot of other people have seen this account as well. It's a guy named Cornelius, and the username on TikTok is corn.elias337, and it's just wholesome, you know. I feel like the internet can be so chaotic at times and full of drama, and there's just this young guy and he's doing a series where I think he's working up to do a half marathon, and he started this series where he's taking the amount of steps every day, which equates to the amount of followers he has. Right. So like I'll play you a little bit of his like one of his videos.
Today is day 7 of taking a step outside for every follower we have. We currently have 348 steps to do, so let's go get it done. This time of day is my favourite, and it was nice and cold, so the walk was great, and I'm definitely in a better mood today. I also put some proper walking shoes on because it's actually becoming a walk.
You get the idea. So he's filming himself like getting outside and going for walks, and he started it just based on how many followers he's had. Now, that video was 2 days ago, and he said he had 300 and something followers. Now he's got 13,000.
Oh my God, you've shot yourself in the foot there, Cornelius. Bloody hell, 13,000 steps.
So his videos are like starting to blow up because like everyone's getting behind him, like getting outside and getting his steps in and whatever. And so now he's got 13,000 followers. So he's got in his bio, follower equals 1 step. At 10K, I'll do half a marathon. He's already fucking there. And I don't think he would have been expecting it to blow up as much as it has. But I just like it. It's something positive that's been showing up on my For You page. It's someone getting out there, getting their steps in and growing a little following and everyone's cheering him along.
Camp.
And I just love that.
So 13,000 steps from memory when I used to be in my walking era and walking every single day, about 7.5 kilometres were about 10,000 steps for me, I think.
Yeah.
So, because I try and do my 10,000 steps in my walk and then, so 7.5 kilometres. So if it's 13, he's probably walking 10 kilometres at this rate. So if he doubles that, he's got to walk 20 kilometres. Bloody hell, poor bloody thing.
I know. And I'm like, how far is this going to go?
He might have to get a walking pad and just be... Because imagine he gets 100,000 followers. You can't...
You have to walk really far.
You can't do 100... I mean, I've gone to Disneyland and only done 40,000 steps. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's a lot of steps.
Well, anyway, good on you, Cornelius.
Yeah.
I reckon he never thought he'd get to... I think his goal was obviously to get to 10,000 followers. Now he's at 13,000 and it's going up rapidly.
Well, change that bio to 1 million followers, half marathon.
Yes,
you know?
he needs to. But that's been my little positive royal flush.
Oh, that's nice,
of
actually.
the week.
I do love that.
Well, Matt, actually, it was a while ago that I made this little discovery, and I thought I could ask you today if you knew this, because I asked it to April the other day when we were at the hotel on Friday, and she didn't know.
Okay.
And surely everyone knows, but
there's not much I don't know, so let's hit me. Come
I
on.
will admit I didn't make the correlation either, like not that long ago.
Okay.
You know when you order a cheese board, charcuterie, whatever, prosciutto. That's always my go-to. Like I'll always pick that before the salami or anything. Do you know that prosciutto is ham?
Yeah.
Okay. Because for the longest time, I'd be interested again if any of the scrollers...
What animal do you think prosciutto comes from?
I just didn't make the correlation that it was a pig. I just thought it was its own kind of meat.
But where does meat come from?
Yeah, but I didn't ever think, like, what kind of meat is this? And because it's kind of like... It's obviously not raw, but because it's so thin, it feels kind of raw. Like I never put 2 and 2 together in my head that it's pork.
It's never felt raw to me.
But do you know what I mean? Because it's so thin and see-through, like it kind of feels raw.
And it looks cooked though to me. Like it's...
But you know what I mean?
No, I don't, because it doesn't
so I
feel
said
raw
to
me at all.
the other day, because it was ages ago that I kind of went, wait, this is fucking pork. Like I just saw it as prosciutto. Like I never thought, which animal is this?
Right, yeah.
Like I just saw it as a meat. I don't know. And so I said to April on Friday, we got to the hotel and we ordered one. And I said, do you know that prosciutto is ham, like pork? She goes, are you fucking serious? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, I hate pork. Like, so April hates pork, but was scoffing down prosciutto. And she was the same. She just never considered like what kind of meat it is. And I'm the same. Like I just see it as like meat and cheese. I don't know. It's not like I was thinking it was steak or anything like that. I just never like thought, what kind of animal is this? It's just prosciutto.
Okay. So where's salami come from then? Well, I think that's a whole bunch put together,
Yeah,
isn't
is that
it?
just scraps?
Mystery meat. And in Europe, I think a lot of the time it's horse.
No, fuck off, Hannah. Are you kidding?
Like I see, I always go for the prosciutto because it's just like its own thing. Whereas like the salamis and all that, it looks like all like
And salami can be
bones
spicy. You never know what
yeah.
spice level you get
bones
with the salami.
and- Salami is a cured sausage made from fermented and air-dried meat. It's typically made from pork, but also can be made from beef, lamb, duck, venison, or
Venison.
other meat. Oh, venison. Invention. Well, actually, speaking of food, I did see something else, Matt, on... I think I saw it on Instagram.
I don't know if I pronounce venison right either. That's just how it's written.
Well, Matt, I saw another like trend
Yeah.
on I think it was Instagram. I think it's in my liked things.
Yeah.
And I thought that I could put this question to you and us.
Okay.
And disclaimer, I don't know if I need to do a disclaimer with this, but the girl in the video was saying like, what's the fattest thing that you've ever done? Okay? But I don't want anyone
Exist.
to think... What? Exist? No, and she was talking about like, what's the fattest thing that you've ever done when it comes to like eating food or
Right, and I'm
anything?
sure you're trying to be PC because, you know, Brittney doesn't want to be cancelled, whereas I'm like, fuck it, just say it with your full chest. But I get it. So you're like,
So they're
it's
saying,
probably
like,
not
what's the-
politically correct.
the
But what's the
fattest
fattest thing you've ever done?
when it comes to food. But I just want to say, like, I want us to talk about like the fattest thing we've ever done, but please don't take it the wrong way and think that I'm like food shaming or fat shaming or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to put that out there.
And I've been fat my whole life, and I'm giving you permission. So
Okay, thank you so much for that. And so this video went viral, and there were thousands of comments of all like the hilarious things that people have done.
Do you have any examples?
Yeah. Well, how about we'll say ours, and then I'll go and find that video and we'll read some out.
Okay, well, what's the fattest thing you've ever done?
I think mine would be when I've like had something, like let's say for some reason I've had like a whole cake in the house for whatever reason, and then, you know, you eat a bit and then you eat more, but then in my mind I'm like, I shouldn't eat this whole fucking cake. And then like, and I can't remember a specific moment where this happened, but it's definitely happened like at some point in my life. Or I've just had like a large something, I don't know, like a huge potato bake or whatever, and then I'm eating a lot of it and I'm like, I'm going to eat this whole fucking thing. I don't want to eat this whole thing. So I've put it in the bin and then got it back out of the bin. Like later, or like even just like a bag of, like a massive bag of chocolates, and like I've eaten most of it and then I put the rest in the bin, but then I go and get it out of the bin and eat it out of the bin. Have you never done that?
Eating something out of the bin? No, because there's usually nothing left to put in the bin. Like,
See, that's my thing. It's like, no, I don't want to have this whole bag of fucking Maltesers, and then I
So
leave
throw
just
it
a
in the
few in the
bin.
bottom. I'm like, I'm done with that, and then I'll go back a couple of hours later and get it out of the bin.
No, see, I eat all the Maltesers. Or if there's still some in the packet, it doesn't go in the bin, it goes in the fridge because I know I'm going to go back to it later.
True. Well, I think that this would have been like when I was really young, and just now I would eat all the Maltesers, but
Yeah.
back then I'm like, no, I'm trying to be good. I can't eat it all.
Oh, I don't know if I've got this trend correct.
Why? What's
Well, I think
yours?
it's just different. Like the girl who put up this
yeah. I need to
this
find it.
video, was she like conventionally skinny?
I don't know. Let me see.
Because I feel like as an actual fat person, like the fattest thing I've ever done is like not that exciting or not that random or not that interesting, because it's like that's my life. Like, do you know what I mean?
Why? What have you
like,
done?
You think like the fattest thing I've ever done is get food out of the bin? I'm like, babe, my food doesn't go in the bin till
Oh,
it's done. You know what I
true.
mean? So it's like a little hard for me to think of an example that's like, oh, the fattest thing I've ever done, because because the first thing that came to mind is basically, let me tell you a story, right? There's, on the Central Coast, we've spoken before about Mingara on the Central Coast. Shout out to Mingara. You know, did I talk about that on the podcast? I went to the Kylie Minogue, Robbie Williams night there.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know what Mingara is, can you explain?
Mingara is like, an RSL club, but they'd hate to be called an RSL club. It's like a leisure centre. I think that would be like a nicer way to put it. They've got a gym and a pool, and it's where we go for swimming carnivals. It's where we'd go for athletics carnivals. Brittney's first ever photo shoot for Form was done on
the racetrack?
On the racetrack at the athletics, oval. They've got pokies. They've got like an event centre or like a showroom where, they do like concerts. Like I could do a stand-up comedy show there. They've got restaurants. They've got a bar. They've got
I'm trying to find my... Oh, wait. Sorry, just to interrupt. I'm trying to find my likes. But I swear I either liked or saved this girl's bloody thing because I want to see it, but now it's nowhere. Anyway, continue, Matt.
Oh, and I know that sounds like we're doing an ad for bloody Mingara at the moment. I do love it, though. They've just opened a new hotel there as well. Anyway.
Bloody hell.
I love Mingara, and Mingara has this thing next to it, which has a whole heap of fast food chains, right? And my friend and I called it Mingara Food Court because, you go to a Westfield and there's a food court and it's all around. So how it's like laid out, just to paint a picture for you, is the car park's kind of in the middle, and all the cars park in the middle, and then around the car park you've got McDonald's, Hungry Jack's, KFC.
Mingara?
Yeah, just over at the big roundabout.
Oh, yeah, like on the street kind of thing. Yeah.
You've got McDonald's, Hungry Jack's, KFC, Subway, and Domino's. At least, I don't know what's going on there at the moment, but back in the day, that's what it was. And so my friend and I used to call it Mingara Food Court, is what we'd call it. Because
But
if
it's
we
not.
but if we were hanging out and we wanted dinner or something, we'd go, oh, do you want to go to like Hoi An, which is like a Vietnamese restaurant that we loved, like, do you want to go to Hoi An or will we just go to Mingara Food Court? Because like Mingara Food Court's like the easy option. We'll just go there, get Hungry Jack's, KFC, whatever. Anyway, like when you've said what's the fattest thing you've ever done, my mind goes to one night my friend and I went to Mingara Food Court and dined at every single restaurant in the food court at one time. Like we were like,
I would do that.
well, we may as well get a meal from McDonald's, a meal from Hungry Jack's, we'll get some chicken from KFC, we'll get some Subway cookies, and how about, just to top it off, a lava cake from Domino's. And like we just had food from 5 different fast food restaurants sitting on the dashboard of the car, just having a fucking buffet.
See, I love that. I've done that before, like, or AJ and I have done that when we're really hungover. Like, I'm sure everyone's done it. And you, like, wake up and then you get KFC at 10 a.m. because that's when it opens. And then you get, like, something else in the arvo. And then...
Domino's for dinner.
Yeah. And then you do, like, 3 takeaway meals in the whole day.
Yeah.
But I'm all for it.
There was one time that I also was at, like, a birthday dinner and they had an ice cream. And, see, this is going back to, like... the days when all my friends, you know, it was a different time and everyone cared about, you know, being skinny and all the rest of it. And we were out to dinner and they got the cake. And I forget what cake it was, but it was fucking gorgeous, gorgeous cake.
Yeah.
And then the girls were like, okay, girls, like, that's enough, that's enough. I'm not friends with any of these people anymore, by the way. I don't know. I hope they're well, but I hope they've gotten over this. But they were like, all right, we've all had a little bit of cake, that's enough. And then they sprinkled it with like salt and pepper and whatever condiments were on the table to be like, that's enough. We're not eating any more, girls. And like
no.
salt and pepper all over the whole bloody thing. And about 5 minutes later, I went, fuck it, I'm having more. I had a spoonful of the cake and it just tasted like salty ice cream with like pepper through it, and it was disgusting. But I was like, no,
I'm not going to let it go to waste.
absolutely not.
Well,
We don't waste anything. Have you seen
Yeah, I've
Ames
seen
on
that
TikTok?
girl on
Oh my
TikTok.
God, I'm sorry. Love you, Ames. I think what you're doing is amazing.
But she turns, like, stuff into other stuff.
Fuck it off, honestly. I'm not kidding. I watch those videos and I go, I'm not eating crusty, crumbly, toasted
Yeah,
cereal.
like the crust.
Like, it's like, if you haven't seen it, and God love her, I love her. I love watching her content, and I still watch every video, and I piss myself every time because I think it's genius. She's like, we don't waste anything, and basically, if her kids have like eaten a piece of toast, but maybe they've left all the crusts,
She'll
what
turn it
she'll do,
into something
she'll
else.
turn the crusts into something else, like she'll cut up the crusts, put it in the air fryer with a bit of maybe cinnamon sugar and things, and then you've got like cinnamon bites, right? And then the kids end up eating the bread as cinnamon bites and they think it's a whole new meal or whatever. Or sometimes she makes stuff into like granolas and cereal toppers and stuff. I think it's fucking genius. It could never be me. Like, I watch those videos and I go, oh, just throw it in the bin, Ames.
But
Come
I like
on.
the concept of, like, not wasting your food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I can only imagine that when you have kids, like, you would have so much food waste.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've maybe spoke about this on the pod before, but I'm actually appalled at my younger self because I so vividly remember getting to school, opening my lunchbox, seeing that my mum had made me, you know, a peanut butter sandwich, this, that, and the other, and me going, yuck, I don't want that. And I'd go and just tip it in the bin. And I can't believe it because if someone now, as a 32-year-old girl almost, was making me a sandwich every day and packing it for me, I would be eternally grateful.
Yeah.
Like, I would love someone to make me a peanut butter sandwich. But why as kids we were like, yuck, and like threw it in the bin.
Also, you were so dumb. I was swapping it. I went, who wants peanut butter sandwich?
Yeah, we
I'll
did
take
do
your
a bit of
mammy
that.
noodles. Thank you.
We did a bit of that, or I just like leave it in the bottom of my bag and then it would go rotten.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'd get yelled at like a week later.
Mine was I'd always come home from school with the fruit still in the bag, the
Yeah.
mashy banana in the lunchbox.
Yeah.
Mum's like, you didn't eat your fruit. Remember in school when they introduced fruit break?
Yeah,
And at
fruit
like
time.
10 a.m., everyone had to go and get a piece of fruit from their bag and eat a
Yeah.
piece of fruit. That's fucking dystopian to me.
But I'll tell you what, fruit is fucking yum.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, it depends. I love watermelon. Oh, nummies.
Yeah, me too. I love all fruit. There's no
Mango.
Banana, orange, mandarin, apple, pear.
Yuck.
I will eat any fruit.
See, all 5 you just named, fuck them off.
Berries, I love berries.
Nah, they're the worst. Strawberries are
you
the
joking?
worst fruit. So let's ask the people, what is the worst fruit? Because I'm sure everyone's going to say strawberries.
No, worst fruit is like papaya.
Oh, fuck, I love that shit.
Are you kidding? It
Oh my
tastes like
God.
nothing.
Yum, yum. Obsessed. Dragon fruit?
Yuck, it tastes like nothing and it's
Chef's
gross texture.
Dragon fruit tastes like nothing?
Yes.
Well, you've had a shit dragon fruit then.
They
It is-
taste like nothing.
Oh my God, it's like a Starburst lolly.
No, it's
oh
not.
my God, yes it is. Yeah, absolutely.
You've got the worst taste buds ever.
Worst fruit, watermelon.
Worst fruit,
No.
watermelon? How the fuck off? Are you
Watermelon
kidding?
is...
I have watermelon trauma. I can't get into it.
Why?
Okay.
Tell the story.
Right now?
Yeah.
Go Google girl, want the story, please. Watermelon trauma.
My watermelon trauma is I went to boarding school, everyone. Don't judge me. But they fed us watermelon every recess for like a year straight.
Right.
And it was like, you know, that cloudy watermelon
Yeah.
that's like disgusting.
Watermelon's got to
And
be
this-
good.
This was in Armidale where it's freezing cold. So I'd be shivering there eating my like cloudy, musky watermelon. And it got to a point where the students had to do a petition for us not to get watermelon anymore. And then one of the girls whose parents owned a bakery came on board, and then we got like donuts and lemingtons and like all this shit for recess instead. And the watermelons were banished. But I still to this day trauma.
See, well, when I was little...
Hannah, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. There are people dying.
No, I have to say...
Like that trauma. I thought you were going to say you got hit in the head with a watermelon at one point. The boys at school threw a watermelon at you.
Oh my God,
or
you know that meme
You
where
choked on a watermelon and was in ICU for a week. Like, that's watermelon trauma. I mean, having to be force-fed watermelon for a year. I mean, come on, love.
I have to say, when we were kids, if we got watermelon or mangoes, it was like a special treat.
Yeah.
Like if Mum had bought a watermelon, like she'd gone all out and she would cut it up in the triangles and we'd sit there with our big piece. Like to me, watermelon is almost like a fancy fruit.
Right.
Yeah, and same with mangoes.
Well, it's
Like it was
definitely-
a special treat
Oh,
for us.
mangoes were definitely a special treat.
Watermelon
but
was the
watermelon,
same for
no,
us.
Mum loved a watermelon, and especially in summer.
Yeah.
She also loved a rock melon, though. I fucking hate rock melons.
See, I love rock melon.
Nah.
Can't really do honeydew melon. That tastes like nothing to me.
Mm.
And I hate when, the rant is continuing. This is Matt's rant of the week, but it's me.
Okay, good.
When you go somewhere and for whatever reason you order a fruit salad or like you're grabbing something to go it is fucking rock melon, honeydew melon and orange.
Shit.
You know when it's those three basic fucking fruits?
Well, I've never ordered a fruit salad anywhere in my
Or
life.
like, you know when you're at a servo and you just like grab one?
No.
But the whole thing is rock melon, honeydew melon with orange on the top and maybe one slice of strawberry and one bit of watermelon. I hate when people do that. If you're going to serve a fruit salad, put good fucking fruits in it and the tiniest bit of rock melon and honeydew melon. And keep orange out of it. Orange does not belong in a fruit salad. Like
Yeah,
it's
'cause
wet and it goes all over
I
everything.
feel it throws everything off.
It does.
It's like the pH balance of the fruit salad.
Yes, and I don't want my banana covered in orange juice.
No, that's easy.
Fucking
But the thing about a
soggy
fruit salad in
bananas.
general, that's why I've never got a fruit salad in general, because it's just like a sensory overload. Like I'm like all the different textures, flavors, sliminess.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of anything worse
banana
than a fruit
doesn't really
salad.
belong in a fruit salad either. But then if you do bananas with berries, yum.
See, I don't even like it fruit with desserts as well. Like a pavlova, give me the pavlova. Fuck all the
Passion fruit tart.
No, when people want passion fruit on pavlova, I'm like, bleh.
I'm passionate about passion fruit
And
desserts
I-
and passion fruit cocktails.
I love passion fruit.
Oh, same.
I love passion
I'll always
fruit.
pick lemon tart.
But get it off my pavlova.
Lemon? What about lemon?
No, I've never really liked lemon, although recently, okay, so this is crazy of me. So I feel that as you get older, your taste buds change, right?
Yes.
So I remember, long story short, back in the day, I worked as a barista and I hated coffee, which I think now these days, it's like not a good sign if you're a barista, but you hate coffee. Like, how do you know if you're making a good coffee, right? But thankfully I was. I always got like the most compliments at my work. Like everyone was like, this is beautiful. It's perfect. And I'm like, yes, I know what I'm doing. It's not rocket science. But I never liked coffee. And then on my 21st birthday, I had literally like the day before tried to drink coffee and was like, nah, yuck, absolutely not. 21st birthday, I was like, you know what I feel like? I feel like a mocha. Everyone's gateway coffee. And I got one and I was like, this is delicious. And then from then on, I've loved coffee, right? Same thing with lemon. 30th birthday. So before then, hate lemon. Get it away from me. If we get like fish and chips vibes and you want to squeeze the fucking lemon all over it, oh, you can get fuck right off. I hate you. So I would have to like portion myself my thing before everyone put the lemon all over it. Well, not that long ago, we got salt and pepper squid. And before I could say anything, the person I was with had put the lemon, which granted, I think it was my second time ever like hanging out with this person. So they didn't know about my lemon restraint. So they just went for the lemon all over the fucking salt and pepper squid. And I was like, oh, fuck my life. This is going to ruin my day because all that salt and pepper squid. It's going to fuck me off, that is. That's just so fucking annoying. And again, it was like the second time hanging out. I'm just only getting to know this person. He's a new friend. I'm like, I'm not going to be like, fuck, you fucked up my day, mate. But you have. So I just sat in silence and went, let me just deal with it. Picked up a piece, put it in my mouth and went, holy fucking shit. That has really elevated that flavour, actually.
Yeah, lemon is yum. Like, I even love just doing like we're going real fucking off the topic here, but like when you do a pearl couscous salad, like
I can safely say I've never done that in my life either.
Pearl couscous, really delicious. You cook up the pearl couscous and then you could put like chicken, some feta, some spinach, and then lemon drizzled all over the top. Delicious, like a fresh, summery, yummy salad.
Nice.
So love lemon.
Same. I'm on board with lemon now. So all I want now, actually, what are you doing after this? I want salt and pepper squid drenched in lemon.
Fish market.
Oh, yeah, we're right next to the fish market. We could go get fresh salt and pepper squid.
Yeah.
And drench the lemon
and
on
by
it.
the way, can we just stay on this topic for a little bit longer? Because we were at a hotel yesterday and you hate seafood.
Yeah.
But you like salt and pepper squid.
Yeah, so we've been through this before. So I don't like... So I can have tuna from a can.
See, that's like the worst seafood of all.
No, it's delicious. But, yeah, tuna in a can, but it has to be the one in olive oil. But then I couldn't do tuna by itself. Like when you serve tuna in a restaurant. Like tuna in a can, very different from tuna in a restaurant.
See, to me, tuna in a can is cat food.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love it. I can do salt and pepper squid and calamari.
Because it's deep fried?
I can't do fish. Like a fish cocktail, get it away from me.
Well, yesterday we had a lobster roll and I'm like, oh, yum, lobster roll. When we're looking at the menu, you're like, oh, yeah, I'll get one of those too. And then we were waiting. And then I'm like, Matt, don't you hate seafood?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
But lobster's different. It's crustacean vibes. It's like a prawn, right? It's like a big fat prawn. Really?
But then we got it.
We got it. It was very fishy and I didn't enjoy it.
Matt's biting it. He's like, this is salmonella.
Yeah. It did feel like it was going to give me salmonella. It was giving that fishy kind of like, I went, this is not right. But because I got a lobster roll at Rick Shaw's up in Burleigh.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous. I think they're like $30 each or something. It's absolutely ludicrous, but it's so delicious that I was like expecting that. And I think I got not what I was expecting. But yeah, I could do lobster. I could do crab. It's just the fish, like a barramundi on the menu. Get it away from me. Any ceviche, like the raw fish. Any raw fish, absolutely not. On any sushi, absolutely not. Yeah, anything that is, I know tuna's so fishy, isn't it? So that's the one exception. But anything fishy, like the fishiness is what I go, what the fuck? And then when you think about it, why the fuck are we eating shit from the ocean?
Yeah.
That can't be good for us.
When I was talking about prawns at Christmas time on my story, one girl DM'd me and it made so much sense. She's like, do any of us actually even like prawns, or have we just been conditioned to like prawns? Because like when you actually think about it, what they are and how they're just from the ocean, they just taste like ocean fucking water and sand and the sea.
See, because prawns taste like nothing to me.
Really?
They taste like nothing. You got to put it with a sauce to get a taste, right?
See, to me, it tastes like the ocean.
Oh, you're losing me. You know, you'll turn me off prawns as well.
Well, look, anyway, I saw that trend and I thought it would be funny, and I haven't even read any comments. Now, I can't find the fucking video, but it was on Instagram and I swear I liked or saved it, but apparently not. But I just like searched it on TikTok and there's heaps of people that have done this trend. Like Christian Hull did it as well. But do you want me to read you out any of these? I ate an entire pound of cheese while driving, ripped the package open with my teeth and just took bites out of the block until it was gone.
Oh my God, that sounds like a dream.
When I was little, I used to love, because we'd always have the tasty block in the fridge, and I'd go, can I please have a hunk of cheese? Like, that was my thing. And then you just get a hunk.
Love.
Like, I love cheese.
Same.
Like, I mean, I've purchased a whole birthday cake from somewhere and had them write happy birthday on it like it was for a party. I ate the whole thing to myself.
But also, why do you need them to write that on there? Like, if you just went in and bought the cake, they are not going to think this person is taking it home to eat the whole thing. They're going to think that you've just bought a cake for a birthday party.
Sometimes I go to the dollar shop and buy a lot of snacks, and then I buy a birthday card so it looks like I'm going to a party. Why?
But you know what? That's kind of smart because you always need a birthday card.
So true. My mum would order 2 In-N-Out burgers, one with tomato and one without, so it seemed like she was getting it for someone else. Fuck it, I just ordered both.
But this is the thing. This is what I'm saying about this trend is all these people are doing these things out of the fear that like, but for me, like I would just go
Order
to the
2
dollar
burgers.
store and if I wanted 10 bags of lollies for myself, I would go to the dollar store and I would buy them and not buy the card. Like if there's been many times I've been to the cheesecake shop and just got a whole cheesecake for myself. Not to eat in one sitting, but I mean, I don't go, oh, they're going to think this is all for me. It is all for me. I'm happy for them to know that. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people have fears around that, like a judgment of like food and eating.
Well, this is what I mean. I can't like relate or understand because to me, I'm like, these are normal things I do in life.
What about this one? I ordered so much Macca's once, put the bag on my seat and it set off the put seatbelt on alarm because it thought it was an actual person.
See,
that's happened to me before,
fun.
but not with food. I think like with shopping or whatever.
I
and then
think
it
that's like the way to do the trend.
Right.
Because the other things like ordering one with tomato and one without, I just order the way I want and I couldn't give a shit how. And it's funny though. It is really funny that we only have those thoughts when it is for us.
Yeah.
For example, I went to KFC after I moved in when I moved into my house.
Yeah.
All my family came over and helped us move and unpack and all the rest of it, and we're cleaning things and whatever. So I went, all right, like I'm going to get dinner. What does everyone want? Everyone was like happy with KFC. I went to KFC and ordered like $100 worth of food for everybody. Not once did it cross my mind that the workers ever would have been like, oh, he's probably eating all of this to himself. But if I was to order $30 worth of food or maybe $40 worth of food and it was for myself, I'd be like, maybe I'd be conscious about that. Not me, but maybe like you would be. But what I'm trying to say is like, if you're like someone who's like, oh my God, I got 2 meals and they're going to think it's all for me. There's been plenty of times where like yesterday I went and got 2 meals, one for me and one for Toby because he was hungover at home. And so I was getting him food on the way there. I didn't think they're going to think this is all for me.
No, I think it's just like
but if I got 2
insecurities.
meals for myself, I feel like I would think that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's making sense, but
yeah,
anyway.
it makes sense to me. And to be honest, like, if people fucking judge you, like, who fucking cares?
Legit.
Sometimes I've gone to like Coles or Aldi or wherever, and I think when like the groceries are going through the conveyor belt, like, are they judging everything that I'm buying right now? Surely they do. But also, who fucking cares?
But also, I think they see so many groceries per day, they don't care.
Yeah.
And I don't care either. And you know what? Say la fucking vie, doll. Let's wrap this shit up because I'm over it.
Okay.
I gotta go back to bed.
You do. Well, do all the things as always, people. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Oh, and that's another episode done and dusted.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks since we've been here. I'm excited to be back next week again.
And next week we will have been to Kylie together. So we'll give you all an update, maybe on Close Friends or something about that.
Yes, we'll see. All right, anyway, better let you go. I've got to go to therapy for my watermelon trauma.